Welcome to the first episode of ReVision, episode 1. Today we'll be discussing whether 267 HipHop is dead, is it alive, is it living, is it not, what's up with 267 HipHop music. So if you're unfamiliar with this channel, this is basically going to be a series of podcast episodes where we'll be discussing topics or maybe reviewing music. So if you're watching this now, make sure to subscribe so that you can see more videos like this, right? That's the point of subscribing. So today we'll be joined by Stevie G DJ. You probably know him from his hit single Welcome to My City featuring Cool Nuts, Stacks, Musée. Now he's definitely a very well-informed person when it comes to the music industry, which is why I loved having him on. We're also joined by DIRECTEDBYKIZITO, aka Kizito. He's an artist himself. He's worked with the likes of Salsa Class, Stretch, View in terms of direction, and he has a song out right now called Crew Cut, which is my personal favorite from his catalog. We'll also be joined by Pimz, who's not only a really cool guy, but is also one of the organizers for Perfect Noise. Perfect Noise being a local event which is held monthly, basically an open mic where artists are free to pull up and showcase their music. So he definitely knows a lot of artists and he's well in tune with the industry. I think all of them are super well in tune and very knowledgeable about the industry, which is why I really wanted them to come here and showcase whatever they think about 267 HipHop. We'll see whether people are right, wrong. It's really up to you to decide. So I'd really love for you guys to watch the whole thing. So with that said, let's get into the actual show. I'm really interested in your guys' opinion, specifically today's topic, which is 267 HipHop dead? Something that I've been thinking about for a while, because I released an album, it didn't do numbers. Maybe it's my ego, and at the same time it feels like people haven't really been paying too much attention to 267 music, specifically the Macheki, View, Banty, Obado, Main Dilla. Apart from William Last, I don't necessarily consider him 267 as such.
Who is this?
Hip-hop. I mean William Last.
Oh, William Last.
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily counts in that space where Faded Gang came up, Banty came up, all those guys. So I want to know, is 267 HipHop dead? Is it dying? Is it alive? Is it living? What do you guys think? I'll start with Kizito.
You look me deep in my eyes, bro.
Whoa.
Okay, I think William is a part of 267. I feel like when new things come up, the route that they choose to come up through is what makes them them. It doesn't take away from the people they're connecting to, the songs that they're making songs with people of that culture. You know what I'm saying? They're working with the same directors of that culture. That's what he does. That's what Tinto was. And as he's on Apple Music, on the top 200 albums that people are listening to right now, it's him and Impossibina. That's it. He's representing. That's what it's about. He's making stuff which is holding people's attention.
Hip-hop, yeah. Fact.
And he's getting better.
Straight.
And he's going to get even better.
Straight.
And he's going to make more money. And people are going to hate more. And he's going to be happier. He's going to be nice, dog. And other people can follow.
Yeah.
And it can become a ecosystem. And we can tour the continent because other people tour the continent.
He was in Dubai when? 2 weeks ago? Last week? That's something. Trust me.
Exactly.
There's no reason to put him on the outside.
Yeah,
There's no reason.
What's that? He's opening the door and leaving the door open.
Yeah, it's even like Sample the Great. It's the same principle.
Straight. But I was going to ask you, you said Macheki and you said William is not in that bracket.
Yeah, because especially with the conversation I'm trying to have, like William had immense success over the course of 2 years.
Yeah.
So he doesn't necessarily reflect what's going on with everyone else. You get me? That's why I'm like, I don't necessarily consider him 267 specifically. I'm talking about the community of rappers, specifically when you think of like Faded Gang.
No, but you're gonna think about Faded Gang, but are you thinking about a guy named Polo Holo? Do you even know him?
No, I'm aware of Polo Holo.
You're just aware of him, but do you know?
Okay, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, but he's got the numbers. If you're gonna speak about numbers here locally, he won a Yama. that means something. If you win a Yama, it means okay, sure, sharp. There's people out there that are voting for you. And if it's a bot thing, because William has numbers even outside bot, you check, where then there becomes a contrast. Or okay, are you supplying the B-dub market, or are you tuning your own sound, being in your own pocket, trying to get guys from elsewhere to listen to your shit? But who's doing it? Who's managing? It's the guy who's not Lechik.
Okay, cool. I mean, you guys love William a lot, but specifically 267, bro. That's the
No, I
conversation.
definitely get what you're alluding
Okay,
to.
like, it's 267
the, like
hip-hop
the
dying.
community of.
Next time, I'm not even gonna bring up William.
Okay, but
No, I mean, yeah, I will go off William, but I do. He's adding to the 267 ecosystem, as he said. It's
Yeah.
like
I think so.
He's doing the features. He's working with the people. So it's like
Yeah.
even the fans he had got maybe through whichever avenue he had got are now exposed to just even if it's two guys, it's adding to it.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but
I'm done.
You can even scrape off William and talk about Ozzy. Look at a guy like Ozzy. He just won a Yama as well. And Ozzy's been crying to get on Yarn FM. He's been crying to get nominated. He gets nominated. He wins. Is hip-hop dead and beat up?
Bro, I'm asking y'all, dog.
No,
Asking me.
No,
I'm just saying, as a question out there, is it though? Like if you think about it, and you are saying
But
Sicheki,
I-
it's maybe it's truly a matter of the sound that you are dropping. Look at what's your name, Ubuntu before Ubuntu, Piri. Piri did the numbers,
For sure.
yeah, and those guys were dropping authentic beat up sound. There's also that as well, like authenticity and like what our sound is and who you are as a beat up artist. Because there's also that. We get influences from all these countries and sometimes you want to sound like them. And I'm not gonna fault that. If you wanna do you. But if you are saying I want to cater to B-dub and I wanna win B-dub, what's the sound that's popping in B-dub? That's how I would look at it if I was a rapper. I don't rap. But yeah.
Yo, Pimz, what you got to
I'm
say?
gonna chime in. I was gonna say I don't think it's dead at all. I mean, obviously the opposite of death is life, and I feel like it's very bubbling right now because there's so much different musicians making different styles of music. First of all,
Yeah.
which is like that's a good indication of life. Obviously, I think it would be dead if it's just like the same people the same names you mentioned who had been making music for longer. They've been making music, but there's a lot of new names who are coming up and being successful in the ventures. Even you can throw William in there because he's new to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
So now we can't really be exclusive when we say, oh, he just came in, it doesn't count. That's dead. Now it's like we're adding people in. There's people doing R&B. There's people mixing it with electro. There's people mixing with everything. So it's like, I think that's when it's budding. It's not like one thing. Now it's hard to
Yeah,
like
there's
pinpoint what Botswana hip hop
there's
is.
also
Back then it was
that.
like, oh yeah, you're making that term music. Now it's like even, when
no.
lockdown, it's like you can listen to like a feel good song, which is rap, and you're like, yeah.
Now it's gonna be like a
No,
bro,
but
like,
it's a
Thank you. That's
conversation.
what I
Yeah.
wanted. I was waiting, bro.
I'm like, okay, you're talking about R&B, and R&B is just R&B there. And
Yeah.
there's so many different genres of music and bots that are just growing and developing. But I feel like this guy's just talking about a sphere of just hip hop and
Yeah.
And
I agree with you, but I'm saying this R&B infusion, like, do you consider like the Golden Audio guys rap?
I consider it beat up hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they have a lot of R&B infusion. It's like they have melodies. Me, when I'm talking about hip hop, is like a lot.
There's
Rap.
a lot of subgenres.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
there's
So for it to
that.
be live,
There's
that's what I'm saying.
that.
It's expansion.
Yeah.
You can add like jazz into it. You can add everything,
Different sounds,
and
yeah.
everyone adds that. Everyone brings their own take into it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's why I think it's alive. So R&B not necessarily make R&B straight, but there's a lot of people who like
fusing
who by the line, you don't even know. Like when you ask me, I'll be like, yeah, I don't really know. That's when I think it's the most alive because like you can't even tell. It's so big now. It's like,
straight.
damn, what is Botswana hip hop? We don't even know now. Back then, I feel like it was more clear. It's like, yeah, this is BW hip hop. We got Faded Gang. We got
even before Faded Gang.
exactly.
Zeus,
I mean, that was like
Scar.
when I got into it. I was like, we got the Faded Gang.
No, but you had
We
Ben
got
T then.
exactly. We got Ben T and
but
Faded Gang.
it was like different sounds. If you compare Faded Gang and Ben T, the sounds were hella different.
But I mean, They were, but now it's
Yeah.
much more diverse. Much more
That
diverse.
is true, and I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disagree with that because just the sphere of entertainment and bots, especially over the last 2 years. I'm talking about with COVID. If you look at like the sort of content that's come out in the last 2 years, and you compare it with stuff from like 2017, where guys were just dropping music. Now guys are dropping music and are dropping clean videos, and some guys are trying to like push, and guys are doing different types of deals, and you're seeing different types of
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's
movements.
so much. There's so much more now than there was back then.
Yeah.
As I said, with everything, every single thing is coming up. The
Straight.
videos, art,
yeah.
people's even just reach and things that they're doing. There's so much I can't even list. People,
Bro, yeah, there is a
know.
lot. There is a lot that's going on, and I don't know, bro. Like, you know what? I don't know, because this hip hop conversation might just be too short, maybe, for like to go through the whole hour of talking, because we're gonna talk about hip hop, and then. So I'm just saying, this guy had a couple of topics he had for us to maybe talk about in the future. I'm saying, yo, how's about we talk about that now?
Okay.
Because are we not almost done with this hip hop conversation and how?
I mean, we can go on forever, but yeah, it depends. Depends how you want to go with the conversation. But I for one think it's alive. It's fighting,
because it's not just hip hop that's alive. It's like everything that's fighting, not just hip hop. And you're gonna talk about how this guy is doing that. Take for instance, who am I? The last person I listened to, it's not even hip hop. It's an R&B chick. There's Jacqueline, and then there's also Renee Vive. Those are the last two people I discovered in the last week. Check what I'm saying. Last week, I discovered an R&B artist. Every single week, I am checking a new name from a different genre, whether it's house, whether it's piano, whether it's hip hop, whether it's soul, whether it's jazz, because now we hear about people talking about making EPs, jazz EPs. I was with Sebaha just a couple of days ago, the saxophonist, and she's like, yo, I'm starting like a whole project, or I have a project ready, and we're just doing the last bits of it.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of people, like, bro, the comedians, bro, have you seen how many skits we've had in the last 2 years just on Facebook? just on Facebook. Forget TikTok where you guys do other shit, but just on Facebook you have guys dropping skits every other week. You had a whole situational comedy show on Facebook, the Johnny Pule and Tricks show. That's the creative industry, bro. Like every sphere of entertainment and bots
ties into,
and it's all like it's sprouting much more than when we was coming up and when we were seeing shit. It's hard, yeah, but bro, with the internet, bro.
I do think so, and I feel like a lot of the younger people as well be getting a lot of success in it. Like, especially as Perfect Noise, sometimes I'd be surprised. Like, someone else to perform, I'm like, oh, let me go check the music out, and it's like doing mad numbers. I'm like, yo,
you check.
I wasn't even aware of this person at all, but they're like just here in my backyard,
bro.
And it's like it's almost every single time without fail. There's a show. There's always something new. I'm like, oh, this is new, and it like branches off because I go into them. I'm like, oh, who are the associates who they make music with, and they have their own. And it's like,
bro,
BW is so vast,
bro.
That's why I even say about like Fada Gang stuff like that. Maybe they haven't even like been dropping music like that recently. I don't know the first name of the conversation, but I guess we're probably all of the same age. That's kind of where we grew up. We pay homage to them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Bro,
anyway,
like,
Tabz, take it.
Yo, so like you guys are, alright, to get what you guys are saying, you guys are basically agreeing that it's alive. However, I don't necessarily hear you guys talking about how it's necessarily, okay, let me just say, in my opinion, I don't necessarily think it's as alive as when it started. For example, like we just discussed how...
When do you think it started? Let's start there.
The wave? Let me say the wave started 2015, 2016.
Bro, but nah, fuck that. We had chill. Before you even say anything, we had guys winning Channel O Music Awards, bro. This is
Look,
08.
let me tell you, like I said, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I didn't necessarily communicate it properly.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking like when 267 was a thing in hip hop, when Main Dilla was pushing 267, the reason why we even call it 267 hip hop,
Bro,
that era where
yeah.
Bo Main Dilla, Faded Gang, Banty, all those guys
Yeah.
came up. I from stats, from conversation, today it's not the same as when they dropped Faded Gang Anthem or the 1 or 2 years after, right? So that brings up the question because, you know, it doesn't necessarily seem as the hype that was there is here today. There's
But
a lot of diversity, as you guys have mentioned, a lot of cool cats coming up, great music, but what about the way the community's engaging with 267?
I think
Is
we can
that
account
dying?
that
Is the community dying? What's going on?
I think I'll make 2 points on that. One, obviously, we're just Corona, COVID.
Yeah.
It's tanked us. So obviously, like the live reception of your music will be different. Like I feel like a lot of these songs, even with Drake, I feel like Drake is at a low right now because like I don't go out and hear his music. I personally don't go out and listen to it at the club or whatever. So it's like it's that same type of thing with the reason why your perception of these guys' music was so bumping is like you're in a space where you'd be listening to it or you'll be directly influenced on it in the spot. So maybe, yeah, that also maybe might be a reason why they haven't dropped. Maybe they think, oh, we need things to open up. And then the other point I was going to make on that, which I just forgot. Damn.
Piano.
It's cool, right?
Nah, piano. That's the second
But,
one. Piano.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Yeah,
like,
because
what about piano?
the piano wave is so heavy that anything that's not piano would maybe struggle. Because piano is the shit. Unless now you have like a hot record that's out or a hot project that's out, and then people will say, okay, no, but there's this guy. Because even when you check when the SA community was like saying SA hip hop is dead, and then guys started doing different shit, and guys started making shows like amongst the community itself, and piano rocked the whole of Corona, guys. Even before Corona, piano was just doing crazy things, and genres got overshadowed by it. I mean, look at piano now. It's reaching your UKs, it's reaching your USA, it's reaching... Guys are going there to perform, you check. And now look at the guys that are coming to the country now. Piano acts. Piano acts. So hip-hop...
but I don't think like a
hip-hop
success
is-
of another genre takes anything away from
No,
hip-hop.
but it overshadowed everything. Like, it really overshadowed everything.
I don't think so that much.
Okay, what's the hottest hip-hop record right now?
What, in Botswana?
No, just for you.
I don't know. And I don't know a single, I'm a piano artist. So that's,
but-
you're asking the wrong person.
No, I'm not saying, but what songs do you hear playing out on the streets? What songs?
I don't go out on the streets.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't heard I'm a piano song in like months.
For real?
Yeah.
What's that?
And then on the TL, if you check TL...
I don't, it's also saying we're living in different
TV.
brackets. I don't watch TV.
Okay.
I don't hear I'm a piano. I just know it's big off the word of other people.
And then you listen to...
I listen to hip hop.
That's all you listen
I
to?
listen to R&B.
Okay,
I listen to like
okay.
a lot of genres. I'm a piano doesn't really gel with me that well.
No, I don't listen to piano, but I know piano.
I know it's
Okay,
big, but I'm just saying. But anyway, before you ask the question, I was gonna say my second point is I think it's not as spearheaded as it was before hip hop in Botswana. It's like obviously it's easy. Let's say you have 1,000 coins, right? If only 4 people holding the coins, it makes it look like they have a lot of coins. But you have a lot of people holding the chips. It's like, oh, maybe it's not Botswana hip hop isn't good. But I assure you, if you add up all the streams of everyone's music right now in the hip hop genre, they so much outweigh back. Even the fact that people are streaming music back then, it was like, you know, they weren't even putting money in people's pockets. Us were devoted now to buying streaming just so we support people. So it's like not even everyone's doing that. So the music is getting heard, but it's not even getting heard in a statistical way. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a big song, bro. Are you gonna comment?
But it's not. Is it? Yeah, it's a big song. But
It
it's
is.
hip-hop.
It was.
The thing is,
It's
it's hip-hop.
hip-hop.
And you guys, all you guys have told me right now.
It has
is
like
that
4 rappers on it.
hip-hop
What you
and
mean?
hip-hop-
No, like it's...
No, is it?
It has 4 rappers, bro. There's no way that's not hip hop.
Jordan's not a rapper.
It still has 4 rappers, bro. Isn't it? 3 or 4.
It's
It's got Flyboy, it got Luther
You guys are
October,
gonna call
Ryan
Flyboy
Blaze,
Q
and
a rapper?
then
Brian, yeah, it's 3. Excuse?
Flyboy Q raps. It doesn't do like this whole Afro-ish vibe. What?
nigga, he was rapping,
he
bro.
raps.
Guys, just because someone raps, Drake sings, he's still a rapper. Just because you
You
made
just
a rap
contradict
song
yourself.
doesn't make you a rapper, guys. You know this.
What are you saying?
Flyboy
Just
Q's a
because you made
rapper. I haven't heard him
rap song doesn't
sing.
make you a rapper.
I haven't heard him Flyboy
Ed
Q
Sheeran
sing.
made a rap song. He's a rapper.
Ed Sheeran's a different gravy, bro. But we digress.
No, but I'm just saying. You don't call him a rapper. He's a singer. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying
Flyboy Q's a rapper
who doesn't
first.
rap?
Flyboy Q, is he mostly a rapper or an Afro?
Flyboy
an
Q.
Afro artist? Or like
I'll call him a most.
not-
He was in the top.
No. Bro, dog, 20, what, 16, 15, when they dropped Kentucky with Ryan Blaze, was he not rapping?
Oh damn! I wasn't listening to Beat That Music in 2016.
Dog.
I consider mostly a rapper.
He even had the hottest verse then. Dog, the piano track Wale just dropped, is he not rapping? Flyboy Q. Era come out
Actually,
saying like Lima Chamun.
Actually, I haven't been listening.
No, I mean, I'm not
uninformed.
I'm not trying to shine you, but I do consider him a rapper. Like on his album, he's doing rapping. Like I don't even.
Oh, the EP.
Yeah, the EP.
Yeah, no, he raps.
I consider him a rapper. So it's like you get all these rappers. Obviously, you get like a singing hook, but they're like the Notorious B.I.G., all these guys, they get like a female to sing on the hook. Does it change it from a rap song?
No, but either way, like
Or hip-hop
to,
song,
To
right?
Wayne's,
when they put on Apple Music, they didn't put it under hip hop.
but
They
to
didn't?
Wayne's point, like I think Boy and Daya like are pop,
Excuse?
not necessarily hip hop.
But that's what we're talking about. No,
What's having a hip hop discussion though?
like
so you are
okay,
like-
so you want like
You had an example of Indea being like a big song.
Yeah.
It's being streamed a lot, but it's pop, in my opinion. Maybe
but like I feel
I've
like
got
all
it
pop
twisted.
falls into another genre of music. Pop just means it's popular.
Yeah.
Bruh, come on.
Straight.
Come
It's
on,
just-
bro.
Nah, straight.
Yeah, hip hop is popular, so by default it'll be pop.
Like Drake is a pop
However,
artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Drake is a pop artist.
Drake is
But
a
he's
rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
And he
okay,
makes-
so are you
So
saying?
is the genre of music Drake and Taylor Swift make the exact same?
No, but
Yeah, it's
you
what's
understand what I
popping
mean,
then.
though.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but like
Yeah.
that's what you're asking. You're asking if it's dead, but now we're saying our things is popular, and you're saying, oh no, we can't count that one as popular.
pop.
It's lively
Bro, but,
because it's pop.
like, okay,
the fact
so
you
if I-
consider it's pop.
That's the thing. Like,
I want to say rap, but it's hip hop. It's hip hop.
But someone rapping a song, it's already a rapper.
It's hip
And
hop.
it's a hip hop.
I don't think hip hop is
It's not a
rap.
rap song, but it's a hip hop song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think rap.
bro,
I think I agree with
I think hip hop
Hip-hop
isn't.
culture is
Rap is a subcategory of
Very,
hip hop.
very, very vast.
I'm not saying that lyrical miracle. If we're
True.
talking lyrical miracle, we can talk about Warzone ciphers now.
You check. Yeah, straight.
But like,
okay, yeah, but
Tabz, you're not a rapper then, because you make like you're singing.
true. Like you can sing, but as a song, would you necessarily consider it hip hop? I feel like we're going on a tangent. We should
No,
probably
I
close this out.
want to know.
However, like, if I was
It's like
to
you're
make a
excluding all the
playlist,
people who are winning,
Yeah,
bro.
like if I was to,
Honest.
well,
From
no,
William to
just
now.
that you brought it up, but like,
Yeah,
if
bro.
I was to make a playlist of 267 hip hop music,
Okay, what's hip
I
hop
wouldn't
to you?
think. Let me put Indea in this playlist.
I wouldn't. Bunty is the least rapping out of everyone you said, bro.
Bro, but if you listen
His
to most of
last few
his
songs
music,
he be singing,
if you
bro.
look at Indea and Vanty's music,
That's what I'm saying. You're gatekeeping all the people who are winning, and the people who are singing at that low is like, oh, he's a rapper because he didn't make it.
That's why hip hop.
I mean, like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
everybody's
No way
singing now.
hip hop is dead and bots, especially when there's different sounds of beat
Yeah,
up
because
hip
face it,
hop.
these days in the time
And
we're in, you
there's
can't just
more
blow off
authentic
one genre.
beat up
That's what I'm
hip
saying.
hop.
That's what I'm saying. It's winning because we can't even tell. We can't even draw the line now. It's like it's busting out the seams. We can't even tell.
Bro.
Everyone is alternative
Because
now.
William last. Just him.
If we're talking about like strictly what Tabz is talking about with the 267 main Dilla is not doing what he was doing then. He's
Straight.
probably the least rapping out of every single person we
He is
mentioned.
the most,
Like-
or the least rapping for real.
You know what I'm saying? He was even on a post Sabina's thing like singing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And it's dope.
So that's what I'm saying. Like hip
So,
hop,
okay, but
hip hop as a
has
culture.
evolved. That's what you
Hip-hop has
understand.
evolved.
It's not dead, it's evolved.
Yeah,
into different
exactly,
genres,
exactly.
yes.
And
literally.
it goes back to the conversation we're having. The whole of,
you guys have
of
made
beat
hip-hop
up
the main
music
I,
has grown.
I believe hip hop is fighting. Apparently, Amapiano is like is fighting, but like
In beat up, we go off trends. This is why we don't have a lot of local artists in our top 100 Botswana. So in beat up, people are not paying attention.
I think
to
BW is a
music.
is a state in South Africa,
No,
but we digress.
Some people some people will not even know who Vizo is right now. Because you know Vizo is like, who's that?
No, there's a lot.
But a
People
lot,
don't pay it.
no,
But
but a
you
lot
know
of
who
people.
Franco is, they paid into those.
Listen, but a lot of people will tell you they know who ATI is, who Ozzy F Teddy is,
Yes.
who Zeus is, who Sky is.
Look what all those people have done.
Excuse?
I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
You can. I
Plus,
know.
people know who Vizo is. Let's start there.
I know, but
No,
there'll be
let's
some
start
people.
there.
No, it swings both ways, but like, yeah, I know a lot of people don't know who, like,
No, I
I get what you're saying.
But when you go
But
to
like,
outside,
people, I'm saying people I know.
yeah. Thing
People are
is, you
saying,
guys
do you
need to
know
understand
who's
that
like,
there's
who's
Gabs and then there's
But
the
Faz,
rest
you
of
know
the
who
bunch.
V is? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But I know a lot of people.
Because
A lot
there's
of
Gabs,
people
and
who
then
is
there's
vice
the rest
versa
of
as well.
bots.
I know a
When
lot of
you
people don't
make
know who
your
those guys
music
are.
For
You
just
see?
Gabs, of course you're only gonna be known and be big in Gabs. But if you make music for the rest of the country and you supply the rest of the country the music that they want, then you will get. Look at again William.
So don't do rap music in Vida.
No.
Y'all love William, bro. It's
No,
crazy.
no.
Like,
He's the most typical example. And then you look at other artists. Look at the sound that Dintle, especially you guys call Dintle a rapper, and he's got his numbers. Because I consider him a singer and an artist, a general musician. But I personally, me, and guys have always told me to go check out where he does his raps. I still haven't heard, because I'm always hearing him sing, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, you guys say he's a rapper. I'm saying, even as a rapper, he has the numbers. Does he not? Elevation 2.
He does.
Yeah. And now you guys then gonna tell me that
Oh, we didn't say the rap is dead. I didn't say it's boring. It's dead.
No. I
didn't say
mean,
it's not-
me is
people listen,
neutral.
yes,
Me,
but
I'm
not
just
how
trying
they're
to see.
supposed to.
Me, honestly, I'm just trying to see where Tabz drawing the line with rap, hip hop rather, because it's like he's excluding everyone who's
Yeah,
big, and I
you
think
check.
that's unfair.
Straight.
in our argument, because like, okay, now you take away all the big guys,
and you're also taking away
but you're the same
sound.
guys who are
That's-
less,
that-
you know,
the hip-hop,
yeah.
because he says it's not hip hop.
If we're talking about if we're talking about straight, let's just go bars. Is that dead? Then that's a different conversation.
And what are you saying about that? He's not
I want
here.
to. I want to see who includes in that party, and then I'll talk on it. But like, he's gonna just cross me out for everything. He's gonna be, oh, that guy
He's
hummed in the back. he might have like, made it too melodic. If he wants like the gritty stuff, then I'll be like, okay, then I don't know. But earlier he was talking about his own music, and he didn't think it was received as well. I was like, it was more experimental, and you are singing more so. So I'm saying, so it's like, I don't know where to draw the line. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, but I do think, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who's like a rapidy rapper who's winning, or
A rap-
who's the if he's talking about like ski mask.
What about Ab the activist?
Or
yeah, he's got
exactly.
people, yeah.
It's abstract, and I think even like Balaclava Blanco, I'll correct myself from earlier, but like, yeah, I mean he just hasn't dropped in like the
In a
past
while,
year,
yeah,
but I think the score was huge. You
He
know what
dropped
I'm
in
saying?
2020, guys.
Yeah.
He dropped like two projects.
Quarantine playlist. I think
yeah.
was the
Quarantine
last.
playlist and if Broken Return to the Boy. Like
Yeah,
two.
that,
He was
no, those two.
dropping.
Yeah, no, it's just
Okay, I
those
don't think I
two.
caught that
Those
second
two
one. It wasn't on Apple Music. Maybe
These are most. I think these ones
on
on
SoundCloud.
But yeah, he
Yeah.
did drop.
So it's like,
Then there's one with Vizo as well.
and then
Which one?
Vizo was a
Oh
rapidity.
yeah, I saw
Vizo,
that. He's a rapper that's
he's a-
winning. Yeah, no, he
So it's
is
like,
legit,
we have a rap guy who's winning, but
Yeah.
you're gonna take away from him for what reason now?
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But just him. That's what
You
he's
see,
trying to say.
it's not just him. That's the thing. It's him. If we're going by specific criteria, which only applies to him, obviously he's the only one winning.
And we've also said Ab, he's doing the numbers. He's got the following. So yeah, there's that.
But anyway, Mr. Host, are you gonna come back or just dip, bruh? Tabz, Mr. Lemon, Squeezy.
So yeah, we said Vizo.
So I'm saying, it's by what
What's
criteria
the
are you drawing the
definition
line?
of
I
Are we
think-
are we
yeah,
saying
I think-
rap?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we need to define.
Yes.
You
What
need
do
to
we mean?
define what
nah,
hip hop is
bruh,
for you.
The best way I can define it.
Yeah.
That era when Wolf Faded Gang were at Rosie's crib.
Bro, if you're
throwing
talking about
money
a period in time,
and-
obviously the period in time would have
But
passed.
listen,
Yeah.
listen, like specifically, that I believe that coined an entire movement of rappers like those guys. Like Ski, Venti, all those guys inspired a lot of rappers, myself included, to have that specific sound, to give us Bo Dintle, Bo Shaba, and then it eventually evolved. Now,
Wait, are you being for real? That's
No, I also caught it, but let him finish.
Am I being for real?
Okay. No.
So, like, even looking now, those guys back then, as much as the space has evolved, they are still at the top. And, like, I mean, come on, look at the Yama. Okay, maybe not necessarily the Yama FM awards for this year, but last year it was still Ski. I don't think Banty made it last year. However, okay, my point ain't really great.
Wait,
but
yeah.
I don't think those
specifically-
people you said on top, but continue.
Yeah.
No, but like
neither
if
am
I was to ask top 10 artists,
And but
assuming those guys were releasing music as
Okay.
they were, they would automatically be in top 10. Automatically.
already made the list for you guys. Why are you trying to make your own?
Like if
Bruh, Mdu
If
was
Ski
foaming,
drops-
and I'll say it like right here. I'll say he was big ass foaming, but like yeah, he was literally he was throwing them in as like homage, which is okay, but it's like for the year they weren't.
wait, who's this?
The Mdu list,
Which one?
the most recent top 10,
Okay.
where like the whole of all these guys were on the list, but they had not been releasing music, and he put like 20 people on the a top 10 list, bro.
Wait.
Did you see the list?
Yeah, I remember seeing the list.
I think number 1 was Vizo,
yeah,
then it
number
was
one.
William, and then I don't remember specifically,
top-
but I know
top five had
all the names you
Ozzy.
mentioned, Ben. Exactly.
it's
ATI
okay,
even-
the point I'm making is it's always relatively the same people who were even hot in 2016, even when they're not releasing as frequently or they're not as hot.
Wait, but Viso releases.
No, that's Vizo, bro.
Ozzy
but everyone
releases,
else.
No, Ozzy releases.
That's what I'm saying. I honestly
Yeah,
believe
but-
that list was so biased, and those guys shouldn't have been all in the top 10.
Like, look, Banty released like 3 songs
Okay,
last
no,
year, bro.
yeah,
like,
that
3
one I
songs.
disagreed
Like,
with.
Main Dilla been mainly singing rather than rapping. Like, it's not the same as when it was 2016, 2015.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And yet, we haven't seen people take over from the people who they inspired. Like, you get William.
Yeah,
but
no,
William had his own
now
lane.
when
you
you
get
say
Ozzy
that,
F. Teddy.
I hear
He's
what
in
you're
his
saying.
own
I get what you're
lane.
saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I hope.
But like that, how does that doesn't correlate with anything being dead? Lil
Bro,
Wayne was
but
in the
is it
top for like
same
a
as when it
decade.
was, bro. Like when Faded Gang was throwing money at Rosie's crib, the amount of noise I was hearing, I didn't even pay attention to it that much. But the noise I was hearing,
Yeah.
I didn't even know Ski. I didn't know Faded Gang. My homies didn't even know Faded Gang, and it's like,
The same thing just happened recently. The same thing happened with Feeder Gang. It's just what happened with Ubuntu right now.
You should stop moving the mic around while you're talking. But like,
But I put it, don't
The
worry.
mic.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you can stick it there.
but yeah, I
same
think the
thing.
noise is a lot more,
Yeah,
bruh.
people,
Ubuntu did
like-
the
like-
same thing.
Like
Petey.
check. Let's just check social media. When people drop, people are sharing their stuff now. Back in the day, if you're a rapper, what ducking you, bro?
that loud?
Share my music. Even the same guys you talk about, I'll be like, it's cool. The people who know them weren't even sharing that music. Now it's like
everyone is
someone
sharing.
drops. It's like
Everyone is
everyone's
sharing.
gonna share that shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it when people drop. I know. I don't even follow a lot of the people you
But
say,
you
but
know.
I find out like
Yeah.
by association. So it's that type of thing. When Fade Again dropped, I literally just knew through my friend because I happened to go to the thing. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, there's this guy, he's making cool music. And Banty, because he was like, I knew the guy personally. And they're like, oh, he's doing kind of the numbers. It's like, oh, let me look at it now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but now it's like, I see it all. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even because I'm in the music. It's like from random people.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, you're also well in tune with the music.
No, but I'm saying from a lot of people who aren't in the music, like a lot of random people I know.
For real, because
Are they really random? I mean, you're very in tune. I'm sure you're.
Check.
your
I know the
clique
go
of
tabs
people-
and you can like keep guessing me, but it's not gonna get you anything. but even just the willingness for people to support
yeah, bro, there's a lot of that, but
the Huns.
also you're gonna hear people complain about there not being support, ne? And then I would walk on the streets and meet random guys, like random guys that I didn't know 3 months ago. And we're just out here talking about beat-up music. And these guys are telling me about guys I don't even know, even today. Even today. Check the playlist that I did for you guys that time. I was playing music that, some of the music, I had learnt about it like the week prior. And it's beat-up hip-hop. There's guys like Tai Fang. I know you guys, none of you guys know Tai Fang.
I know Typhoon.
Okay, you know Tai Fang.
I know him.
I don't
I know him
know
as
Type.
well.
The song with the face queso.
Yeah, and
Facts.
he's got quite a number of
I listen
songs.
to all these.
So bro, like
Flex
there's-
on us, king.
there's people there's people who are being supported, and there's people who are supporting B-dub hip hop, since it's just hip hop, but you can't even categorize
And
your hip hop when there's also hip hop like Sky hip hop that you won't even mention, or Zeus when he's
Are we sleeping, bro?
excuse.
Are we sleeping on Scar, bro?
Nah, Sky back then was dope. Everybody knows like Sky back then, bro.
Nah, he was the GOAT. He was hard.
I'll also add this to your statement, right? Those guys, when they're dropping music back then, when they're having events or they're having music shows, less people out there than they are now. I can assure you. I was there August 31st, 2015. It was my birthday. Faded Gang, I think I was at Kosher, and the other one at Dross. I was at both of them. There wasn't even a lot of people. So the way you're talking about that so jumping is now, it's like now, at the end of the month of this month, there's like 3 shows, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people at all of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's that type of thing. So people are active. More people are listening now. It's just, and you see more people, but I don't know why you're denying the fact that like more people are listening. You know what I'm saying? People can support 3 events in one weekend. You know what I'm saying? And back then, the Faded Gang at Draws, I remember there was 3 females. 3 females. You know what I'm saying? It was tough. 45 like niggas in the cut, and they were all like, the way you say, oh, I'm a music guy, they were all in the music. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like someone liked his music, they're like, oh, this guy's making music, I'm making music, let's all do it. And they, no disrespect to anyone there, because I was also there, but like I was going for the Huns, to be fair. But like those 3, it was tough. I digress. But this is a real story. But I was saying there was like 20 guys who were all at the house before. They all just went to support as a thing. But now it's like you can make an announcement like, I'm going to have a show. And you can trust that few people will come. Much more people than then, you know what I'm saying? And a diverse group of people, not just rappers who want to like maybe cop a feature or like talk to you about something. It's like now you can just go and enjoy the music. You can go enjoy the art. You know what I'm saying? So the industry will never be there. As long as the art is getting better, what more can we want?
But then we've always had dope shit, guys. Like
We always have dope shit.
We've always had.
But I think he's talking about, let's talk about this specific wave.
Yeah, no, I
So we
get.
can talk about
if
like
you're
the
speaking
Zeuses
about
and
a
stuff.
specific
Yeah.
generation, yeah, it's alright.
Okay, so in that regard, right? I hear you guys. You know, you guys are very hopeful, or you know, you definitely believe it's alive. So in the course of the last 5 years, do you think we are supposed to be where we're at, or do you think we're supposed to be a lot further
Guy,
than?
but now you're gonna need to talk about the last 30 years.
Bro, I said 5, bro.
The last
Nigga, I said 5.
You're gonna need to talk about the last 30 years, and you think to yourself, do we from 3 decades ago, are we where we're supposed to be? And the answer is no. But
Well, 5 years though.
But in the last 5 years, we're moving in that direction. We're moving in that direction.
But do you think we should be ahead based on the things which were already put there?
It goes
Or
back to
are
3
we-
decades.
think that's-
'cause
Or are we behind? Do you think we dropped the ball? Or what have you?
we're-
I think, like-
we're in the direction. But
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, that's the thing of like perception, and like now I think internet has like fucked with people's perception of what should happen, and like we have a privilege of like, oh, we make good music, we should be entitled to success, just like that. I don't think it's that clear cut. Like we've definitely moved forward.
Yeah, we have.
So I think that's the first step. We can obviously now start saying, oh, I deserve a Grammy and whatnot, I'm making the hits, but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
We
but
shouldn't feel like
then-
a failure because we didn't get it.
No,
you
but
know what I'm saying?
then it's based on a lack of structures, like the fundamental basics of having a music industry.
Fuck cost bots.
Yeah, what he said.
Hey, yo, that's not on the channel, bro. That's purely
I a
Pimz.
representative of
That is
Tabz, say fuck
purely
cost bots,
Pimz.
nigga.
That's what
Nah,
I
pay-
that's what I'm
said.
Pay the
saying.
niggas
Pay
what they
the
get,
guys,
or like
bro.
don't ask them for shit. That's all I'm saying.
For real, no, for real, because guys will be then saying, hey, the music, and then what?
Okay, so to kind of change the question
No, for
around,
real.
to like turn the question around, say we went backwards in time 5 years, say when that wave started, and then we had a conversation of where we'll be in 5 years. Do you think where we are reflects
To where the
what we
conversation
would have
would have had?
projected? or do you think it's on us, or
I think
if
no.
any reason,
I think
like-
no, but like that's what you want. You want your expectations to be high. Aim for the stars and you land on the moon. You don't want to be like, oh, I hope it.
I assume realistic expectations, not like let's just get Grammys. You know, like maybe you're just like this guy will get an international feature. Whoever it is, maybe like projections like that. You know,
but
not like he
guys,
goes
but
platinum.
no,
or,
But I'm gonna say the
Guys,
name you don't want me to
yeah.
say right now.
Features from
True, yeah, for
when you
sure.
say international, you mean anywhere in it.
Bruh. I mean, it has to count, bruh. I know niggas in Zim, but
Okay.
they're just niggas. Yeah.
Okay, let's do your 5 countries.
It's just like you said,
No,
list
I
your
mean,
5
look,
countries.
The top 5 countries of where it matters.
matters.
Look, not
Yeah.
not necessarily the country that matters, but
Yeah.
who it is from outside the country.
Okay.
Like that person is a big act. I said international to generalize, but I
Okay.
just mean like a big act.
Where would you scale Tejo?
So I'd say Tseho.
Yeah.
Yeah, an international act.
Okay, but
definitely.
he's done music with Visa.
Done past tense.
Okay, you're talking about now. Are you talking
I
about?
mean,
you're
he's
saying
had
five,
them.
You're saying 5 years, like in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had those. I think he had that when the wave was starting.
Yeah, but then
Right.
you talk about, is it AK and Zeus?
Yeah, but bro, 5 years, bro. That happened like what, 2012 or something. Like
To be honest,
bro,
I'd argue
5 years.
OMG's Daddy Long Legs,
Okay.
Trap Morpheus, directed by Kizito. I'm like, hey, bro, like
In
that
the
was a
last
cross-national
5 years.
song. What
This
about
is
that?
From 20 what?
I mean, but
17?
No, what about that?
I mean, yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
you could know niggas, but I'm talking about specifically like, look, if I'm looking at the way Both Faded Gang blew up, then I would expect them to have.
Didn't like Sasa have
Like
a song with some big like SA guys? I
serious-
didn't know them.
Yeah, like-
But like I checked it out, these people were doing like millions of numbers. I'm like, eh.
Sasa has a whole Sasa has a whole album.
You
done
guys are
SA.
discriminating everything that's success. It's like these guys have million. Oh, he's not international artist. He's from SA. Do you want to just say you want US and we can move on, bruh.
I said, give me your 5
Because now if
countries.
the biggest
Bruh,
country in
but I'm just
Africa
saying-
is South
It's
Africa.
yeah.
Or unless you want a
Like-
Niger artist.
Nigeria, yeah.
But then you're gonna
Like-
say, oh, now you're making Afro beats.
That's so true though.
Huh? No. I mean, they're all Afro beats by type standard. By your standard, if Flyboy Q is Afro beats, by the very essence, like if you're born in Nigeria making Afro beats.
But like Umpo Sabina, Major League DJs.
Yeah.
That's solid. That's a very good
Okay.
example. It's just that she's not hip hop.
Okay.
So wouldn't you expect that for everyone else? Like say Banty with A Reese. I think that's something people would expect.
Also, don't forget that sometimes guys are charged for features and they don't have the money. Also, sometimes guys will ask and put in a request for a feature, but then the artist you're asking to feature is not willing or is like not feeling the beat. Check the conversation Casper had with Six Mutusi Maxwell. Shout out him on Twitter. Maybe this past week or the week before, it was a conversation of, yo, Casper, back then you said you'd work with this guy Vizo. What happened to that? And then Casper was like, nah, bro, Vizo sent me a couple of songs and I wasn't feeling them. And then Vizo was like, even when I sent out the music, because we felt pressured to send out anything, it wasn't the right song to send out. So guys would maybe request features, but there are different dynamics, more so in SA. Because in SA, guys are going to charge you. What's his name? This guy. Chet the Don. Chet the Don charged me. I was like, yo, bro, I'm trying to do something more, trying to connect SA and B-Dub. What are you thinking? He's like, no, bro, this is the fee. I'm like, okay, sure. You check. Because in bots, guys don't pay for features like that, especially when guys know each other like that. Yeah, you check. But there's certain guys who'd say, no, here's a feature fee. But yeah, in bots who are so backwards in terms of structures, because now money is not involved like that compared to in SA or in any other country, because the structures are not. The guys that would regulate the transactions and the guys that will say, no, this is how niggas are getting paid, don't exist.
Fuck cost bots.
Bro, not again, bro.
You're not gonna edit me out because this is something I stand by. But the other thing I was gonna say to that is like we don't. The thing is,
Wait, also, sorry. P. Dot had a song with Gigi Lemaine. Yeah.
we don't need them anymore. That's what I'm saying. That's how we notice our success. Our success. That's the problem with I think like with Botswana. A lot of the time, it's like we need a stamp of approval for anything to be good. It's like, oh yeah, some international guy said we're cool, so now we're cool. But it's like now we're good. We don't need it. It's like we have the imposter Binas right here. Why do you need to go all the way across the border to find a good artist when there's so many this side?
But
know what I'm
look,
saying?
I was just using the international
I mean, I
thing
was
as
saying-
a metric of...
You're using it as a metric,
you
but I
know,
think our true
success.
success is like, when you're fishing for yourself, it's better. I feel like that's a good fisherman,
and then
you know
we
what I'm saying?
export you out the country.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then
I
guys,
feel that.
then guys are calling you for features.
So you're basically saying what they say in the industry is, dude, get noticed outside first, and then we'll notice you back home.
Yeah, you see, that's the next thing we're saying is I think that's the problem. But now it's like we're combating the problem by working in house. You know what I'm saying? But because that's it, we don't need them. Honestly, we don't need them. If I never heard those guys' music, I could still say well we're still popping. You know what I'm saying? It's like as I said, Imposter Bina, you got the Dado Seiko, you got a lot of R&B, you got a lot of people you can collaborate outside of hip hop and still make a
Yeah.
nice song.
Straight up.
And
Straight
it will
up.
be successful. These people are big. It's
They
not like
really
I'm
are.
saying the international artists from Botswana, if that's fair to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
True, like I said, it was a
No,
metric.
I know what you're saying, but it's a metric. But I feel like by every metric,
Why also international to those countries? Don't forget that.
No, we should also have a discussion about this specifically.
okay.
Because I don't know, I have feelings about it. Well, we'll continue it. So, by other metrics,
Yeah.
would you think that we've evolved in the space?
Yeah.
By any other metric, you can just name one. Maybe I doubt you're gonna say money. This guy's shouting out cost words. I doubt.
But guys are making money not through Cosbots and getting royalties.
I can pay more than Cosbot's monthly fees, like right now.
Bro, can you stop mentioning cost words, bro?
Why? But that's the problem. We're talking about problems. That's the big ass problem.
Look, I
One of
mean,
the
And why are you
biggest-
scared of smoke from them? They can't do anything. They can't even pay niggas.
no, look. Well, okay, we can have a discussion about cost
Oh,
words.
that's
I'll
another
bring
day. I
you
don't really
back.
care about them.
The thing with the cost words thing is I've heard that it's more complicated than niggas just not giving out money.
Let me tell you this. Let's say you copyright your song through Crossbars. I take your song. What are they gonna do?
They take my song. What should
No,
we?
I mean you register your music through them, right?
Yeah.
So it's copyright or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take a song, I make a remix or something. What are they gonna do? Because as a copyright people, they should make it they should do something.
Exactly.
They're literally not doing anything.
Yeah, they should. Do
And as a
something.
copyright people, they should be paying you royalty, but they're not paying you royalty, so they're not
Bro.
doing anything. So why should I watch what I say about them?
Bro, I'm just saying, bro. Damn it, man.
I mean,
This
I
nigga, bro.
don't want to be like offensive to you. I don't want to be offensive, but like that's
Wait, why are you taking offense to it?
No, I'm not taking offense to it. We can
okay.
have a discussion about this
Yeah.
on another. It's like a whole different
Okay, yeah,
discussion.
okay.
But
Well-
I'm saying, I've heard that the situation is more complicated than just not paying out royalties. I mean, there are also other publishing authorities involved, what have you. I saw I didn't read it properly, but I know specific people we can ask. I'm not gonna name them because I'm not just too sure about it, but we can probably find out. So
But
if we talk about it, I want it to be like a proper
okay.
discussion
About it.
where it's not just us versus them. Because I'd be on Pimz's side.
no.
It's
I
just
mean,
that I don't want to.
I
be
really
like-
hope there's something they do, and I know it's not as black and white as just pay guys money, because also at the same time it does have to come from somewhere. But
We should,
the
we should get
established
Cosbots
institution.
Yeah, we can.
We
I mean, there's so
should.
many cost what's
But
niggas.
yeah.
You know.
Anyway,
Sure.
we'll get back on track.
Yeah, I'll bring you back, Pimz, and then we'll have a whole thing where you can vent on cost words. I mean, but you were gonna say they're making money from not royalties.
Yeah, there's people making some form of money through some endorsement deals.
Some.
Yeah.
I think even with shows, I think the problem
And
with
shows,
with Botswana artists, but it's a thing which has improved vastly from the last 5 years ago. It's if you want to make money, and especially the arts, you got to do other things, which is tough, which I hate. But we're trying to
It's
make
not,
that
but it's
better.
aight.
I mean, it's less desirable than in
No,
big
but
countries.
But it's done everywhere. Even these guys in other countries,
It's
most
true,
of them
it's true.
struggle with it and there's only a
I
select
agree.
few.
I
that
agree
do
with
it.
you. I agree with
Yeah.
you. So that's the thing.
But yeah, if guys started trying to make money outside just streams and maybe playing on radio, there's other things that you can try
Exactly.
to do. Like there's a lot.
Yeah, money's moving around within the community.
Yeah, and
which is something it wasn't doing. As I said, this Drush show, first of all, was free to enter, and it wasn't. I don't even think they paid them. To be fair, it was more of sort of a thing of like you get to perform and we're like exposure. You know what's on exposure.
yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Now,
You know,
now people can host
funny-
the shows, charge fees to get in. You know, a lot of institutions now it's a good thing. It's like, oh, these guys will come, they bring the people. Because institutions trust now we can bring the people.
Yeah, yeah. And this man is speaking from experience.
That's a
so-
W. Perfect noise.
Bro.
Shout out
The
everyone.
biggest.
You know what I'm saying?
The baddest. The best.
All right.
Bro, you said nothing throughout
bro,
the whole time.
Like,
this nigga about to
literally.
call
Just out
out.
here for the giggles.
This nigga about to call out Kizito. I'm like, damn. I mean,
Shout out Kizito. He's also a good artist. You know what I'm saying? BW on his back.
That's the one thing that I did
Stream
say
Super
was
Saiyan Mosh Pit, Stream Crew.
that's
guy.
the one thing that I did say was that to me Super Saiyan Mosh Pit is an international song. OMG, it's Daddy Longlegs is an international artist. So I'll leave it at that.
Bro, that song. That
I'll leave
song-
it at that.
That song, bro. Wow.
okay, you guys have definitely mentioned a lot of strong points as to why 267 music
It's not dead.
is not dead. I mean, that's how it sounds. Like, it's not like it's living.
It's not
I still
dead.
get like hints of like this potential.
There's always going
there's
to be
always
potential,
potential.
and we
Now, but more
like
like-
and love that. Like the potential should always be there, and we should find ways to harness it and just make it blossom and just do some, bro. Like you know the amount of talent we have and the amount of dope shit we could do. If the industry like blew up, and we could just tour the rest of the continent the same way SA does. We have that potential in us. We have some guys doing it. We can do much more. Like we can do a whole
Yeah, I
lot
think
more.
we'll see a lot of fruits of the labor a bit more after like
Yeah, 'cause
things start
yeah.
opening up as well.
Yeah.
Because now we've been getting internal successes. It's hard to really like see.
It even starts with the Halloween show. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Like the
But I also said,
the
at the
lockdown
end of
stops
this
and now
month,
there's
it's
a
gonna be
Halloween show with
two-
20 artists. And it's like, how live is this gonna be, bro? And like the money that we could make as a community from it would be very interesting, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
And that's just one. That's like before you've even really had time to go and do the things that we really want to do and like connect to people who we really want to connect to. It's like, it's just a matter of time. Because even when we do that thing, we're going to want to do the one after that. You know what I'm saying? It's a never ending loop of doing bigger and
growing
better,
and growing.
powerful
growing.
moves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
like Jay-Z didn't do, you know, this thing when he gave when it was Magna Carta and he
Yeah,
gave the Samsung phones. That was a big deal.
It was a big deal. Hey, you know,
But when you go
He was
5 years
so big.
before that,
It was-
he didn't do that.
You check.
Wow, he did something he didn't do before.
Bro, Casper your best. There's so many examples internationally where guys grew and who are
Maybe
also there.
everywhere.
And I've always told you this. When I look at the game now and compared to when we were doing shit, and then I look to when I was like a kid being a fan of B-dub music in general, there's a whole lot more progress. A whole lot more. When we were doing shit 10 years ago, and then we're looking at shit now, maybe what you did, not to fault you, but saying 5 years, you should have given. You should have given us a decade to say, okay, had we had these conversations 10 years ago, and we look at where we at now. Well, I was gonna say, yeah, where we at now is, and where we were is super like, yo, bro. Because when I came back into the scene 2019 after a 3-year hiatus, I was like, shit is super different. Shit is like, fuck. Guys can win my 10K from KFC.
Cool Nerd. Shout out Cool Nerd.
Straight up. Guys are winning my 10K and my 25 and my
money.
65K from Diam.
Money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so bro, when you say how have we progressed? Comparing it to 5 years ago, yeah, maybe we haven't progressed that much, but also consider this, but it's a very slow developing country. How have we progressed just as a country?
Bro, it's getting deep now.
No, it's facts.
Snaps.
My boy is hit.
Snaps.
Y'all about to get political
So
now.
yeah, bro,
But
so yeah.
I think for me, what would be interesting would to not necessarily discuss whether we've made progress at the rate that we would have wanted from the
Yeah.
beginning, but rather to look where we are now and have that conversation of what we want in the next 10 years. That would be interesting.
And also, let's look
and
at
then
our
we
growth
see
compared to
how we
other
do
places.
those things so that in 10 years you can be
Great.
like, we wanted something done and we
it's
did
done.
it.
Let's look at your
What
favorite
do you want?
country, bruh. Your favorite South Africa. It's like the artists who are still big 5 years ago are still big now. So it's the exact same thing.
I mean, yeah, but a lot has changed though. I mean,
Yeah.
there was the drum wave and Amapiano. I mean, come
No, but
on.
if we're
man,
talking
like,
But it doesn't
hip
take
hop,
away. It doesn't
we're
take
talking
away.
hip hop, Casper, Nasty C,
but it has-
aka who's bigger?
Blackie
Yeah, but
even,
like-
bro.
Who's bigger?
nah, but they were at the top of the country, like in terms of all genres. Now they're just,
Man,
they're not
Casper.
even like, yeah, well,
Casper,
Casper,
AKA. But
Casper,
are they not
AKA.
like the
So what
biggest
you-
name
what
in
you're telling me,
hip-hop
Tab?
even
in
now?
hip hop.
What you're
but-
telling
Yeah.
me is they went down and we went up, and you're saying our success is whack.
Wait, what?
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying let's compare our growth curve to all the other countries.
Yeah.
By that comparison, you're telling me SA went
Right.
down.
Yeah.
No, I'm
say
saying
hip-hop went down.
specifically hip hop went down.
Yeah, in SA.
in that regard of saying the top guys, because
Exactly.
there's still people like A-Reese and SCC who came in,
Exactly.
SCC specifically, who went and skyrocketed his way outside SA. Shane Eagle too, the other ones like Jay Marley and all these other like cool cats. So it's like the hip hop. Like, what's the area code for SA? 21. I don't know, 21 plus.
That
21.
doesn't sound good.
It doesn't
It's
sound like
plus
267,
267,
bro. It's not like
yeah.
267.
But I don't think they do that because they use their particular.
Yeah, the actual 031. But
Yeah,
let's say
and all
like
that.
that. If it was 267, it went down based on the country, if that makes sense.
Okay.
However, the guys at
That's
the
what I'm saying.
top
Like, I
are
said,
still at the
let's
top,
look at
like AK and Casper.
compare growth curves. Like
Yeah,
if
we
we're-
can do it.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll say if everyone's like going down and we're going up, that's like the ultimate success.
I mean, arguably, if the kid in your
Hey.
class is getting like 100 and then he gets 90, you get 30 and then you get 55. Your growth is more, but
I'll
it's
say
not
like
like
I'll say like the trajectory is better in our favor. You know what I'm saying?
That's
better enough. We can have another discussion
We'll
about
have
that. I
another
don't
discussion, but I'll say our trajectory is looking good.
It really is.
Maybe it's not so what we would have expected or wanted, but I think hunger is good.
You know,
It's like,
I'm gonna ask
if
you
you
this
hit your
though.
expectations and goals, I think that's a bad thing.
Yeah. What were you expecting for B-Dub hip hop 5 years ago?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. I was about to conclude, but we kept talking. But particularly for me, I expected one thing, definitely more media, whether it's through music videos or podcasts like this, or other, C400 babies who are also reacting, people using it more in their vlogs and
But
a
isn't
better
that-
media
It's gang
embrace
right now.
apart
Isn't
from.
that
He's
the
gang right now.
community of that's outside the music?
I mean, in terms of helping the community.
Okay.
You get me? Because
Yeah, man,
without that, I felt,
True.
it started lacking. Because I don't know how Ski started making music. I don't know how Mandela started making music.
J-Mac
When I
Boys.
watch, Balepi's videos, I don't hear Faded Gang or, I don't even watch her like that consistently to really say this, but I don't really like hear a lot of local content in the YouTube space in general.
That
What
is
have
true.
you? I wanted like more of a media presence and an embrace of media apart from just Now TV, giving us videos which are like not even in sync and with poor lighting, what have you. Like classic Now TV items. Shout out Now TV. Put me in as artistic director. I'll help y'all niggas out.
No, but I think everything you're saying, I think is there.
Same thing, like a lot of the big
in terms of
artists.
media stuff?
I thought maybe you would agree, but like the big artists have become lone wolves. you know, like a lot of the big artists, not like it's a bad thing or anything, but they've started to diverge from actually making music. Like Vanty, I earlier said, released like 3 songs. And then we were like very content with that, even though from Vanty we expect a whole album or something. You get me? And same thing with the other artists. Like we've been waiting for Main Diller's album. We haven't necessarily seen that push. You guys also said it, like they haven't been doing what they were doing in 2015. So I feel like
Because they've evolved as well.
I mean, as people, but as in music, I don't necessarily think releasing less is evolving. You get me? You know,
It can
like,
be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay,
It
yeah,
can
you
be.
can,
Like,
but
it really can be.
Yeah.
And especially because also now, the way that you're moving your product, the song, is developing. Now it's like not just a song and a simple video. Now it's like the way you're doing the art direction is different. The way you're doing the business is different. The way you're doing the contracts is different.
You're trying
The-
to
like,
make merch and
The
sell
people you're
that as
connecting
well.
to, the way you move, it's like you can't.
But it's not usually they just go and come give us subpar music on the back again.
Subpar to who?
To a lot of people, that's why the numbers are not doing. That's why you didn't even know when I said, do you know this guy's name? Do you know what's his name? Ski's items, and I said, have you listened to them? So you have
Okay,
it.
no.
And you guys
See,
are
one
saying
of the-
he is
the
267
last-
hip-hop.
Blanco.
Huh? Yeah.
What, the last 2 projects?
Yeah. Did you listen to them, Gizito?
Did I listen to the last 2 projects?
Yeah.
All of them, no.
Pimz?
You tell me once on SoundCloud. I listen to quarantine playlists like
Yeah, I checked.
extensively.
I
I
listened to
checked that
Quarantine
out.
The other ones.
I also checked out the one here with Vis-a-Vis.
Stevie, I know you're going to see Stevie. You're Stevie G. Of course you're going to see these things all the time. You're the reason some of us see these things like, oh, Stevie
What
was,
the
oh, now it's
fuck?
Stevie C.
Yeah.
What's the album cover for like the last one then?
Which one?
Yeah, because Quarantine Playlist I did listen to.
If
Yeah.
Broken returned to the
That
what?
one I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
the fun-
okay,
the-
I listened to that one. I listened to
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to that one. I forget because they're both
Was
like.
it better
They're
than
both,
the last
they're
tape?
both cartoon.
Was
Yeah.
it better than both?
Yeah.
Was it better than both the Ratchet Where's Panda? Where's Prada? Sorry, the Ratchet Where's Prada?
I think in a certain degree, yeah, it had like a more, I don't know.
Plus,
the
also
sound
don't forget COVID. So you also have to change.
our boss,
And-
our boss.
Like
Our
song
boss.
like
Boss,
for me,
boss.
for me
Quarantine.
personally, song for song was better. The older ones, the album I didn't really care much for. There was just like a few pick out songs.
You just didn't care about Ski at that time.
No, bro, as I say, I was the OG Faded Gang fan. I was a groupie, bruh. Back when there was 3 females, I was there in 14 niggas deep, bruh.
What year was this?
Like 2015-ish. 2014,
Ah.
2015.
Well, more so, let me say consistency in release. You know, like honestly, like out of the, let me say, Mount Rushmore of 267 hip hop, those guys can skip years of not releasing, and we'll be very content with that. You know, and we'll be like, okay, it's cool, and we're not really necessarily waiting on it. It doesn't necessarily seem there's a lot of enthusiasm to even drop themselves.
I think because they also have like expectation now with the music. It's not like they were just hungry, just trying to get niggas to hear the thing. It's like the fact that you were talking about it right now is like you already expect it to be good. You're like, oh, the album didn't hit as much. It's like they already have this pressure, and now they're gonna take in a new artistic direction. A lot of things has changed. They can't just be making trapping songs. Niggas aren't just trapping niggas anymore, bro. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
And
So
people
it's like,
grow up, bro.
and my thing with music, which is a funny thing I also think, is I feel like a lot of people, they like the musicians most when they're exposed to them. So it's like when you're like, your favorite album from artists be like when you got onto that person, then everything else is like, oh, it doesn't match that
He
old
dropped the
time. That's what I'm
bar,
saying.
yeah.
So it takes even like a mature person to be like, oh, this one, I'm not going to go into it like that, you know.
Yeah,
Don't want to talk about it a lot of like international space, but I think that applies to us as well. I don't know why we think it's any different. If you just wind that 2015 trap, just say,
I want that 2015 track.
because it's still there. You can still go back and listen to it, but people are now making music. It's like, oh, times aren't the same.
Sounds have to change.
Sure.
And
The rap
sounds
scene isn't
constantly
just-
change.
You know, because even back then they were talking about it like it wasn't. They were overhyping it. So your perception of the track, like that, talk about it in the track, like, oh, it was really jumping back then. It wasn't.
Bro, nah, bro.
It
jumping
wasn't.
for
I'm
real, bro.
literally telling you it wasn't.
Bro, shit was jumping. I'm
It
sorry.
wasn't jumping because you said you weren't even going to these places.
Yeah, I was, and then I found out. I was like,
You
damn.
found out, oh, it was so lit last night. It wasn't. Don't let your mans guess you up and you go die, bruh. I'm telling you, I was out there.
No, but
And that's why I'm happy when I see it now, because like, now the fact we even talk about them, like, oh, these guys, the Mount Rushmore. Back then, to me, I was like, yo, these guys are rapping, they're cool. But let's look at what we did now in 5 years, as he said, and we'll be like, oh shit, it all started there.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah. But also in that regard, I'm like, I think Vizo has definitely been out of everyone the guy to like really push rather collaboratively or his own music. Like he is incredibly consistent, even with like when he's even doing these freestyle things. I think he's the I don't want to say the only person, like as if I'm discrediting everyone else, but he
No, but
has that
Ozzy does it as well.
urgency. Yeah, even Ozzy, like they have that real urgency in terms of I'm really gonna get this and we need to push. I mean, Vizo be working with niggas I don't even know. I'm like, damn, like such a cool guy. Like how are you doing this?
I won't deny
Like-
you that Vizo is a fighter right now.
he's
But
always
like,
been
I'm not
on
gonna
the-
discredit everything everyone else has done, because even me and Dead, as I said, he's doing something very
evolved.
different to what he
Yeah,
was doing.
He's evolved.
And even like the music video for the other one where it's like flower petals, I'm like, this is not where I thought this trapper from 2015 would be going. But I liked it. I like his music
Straight,
more now.
straight.
I like
No,
his
for
music
real, for
more
real.
now.
And there's a lot of that conversation about Mandela. Like, yo, bro, what he's doing now, like, people are like shook, like, yo, I fucks with this Mandela more than that trap shit. Evolve, grow.
Why are you against change, Tabs?
I don't know, but I think it was meant as a genre. Niggas are actually running away from the genre anymore. Nobody
Yeah,
raps.
like I was gonna say, you know, the reason why I feel like this is like, do you think we'll ever get something that is as culturally collaborative as the Faded Gang anthem, where we see Banty with Mandela and Ski and
That's why his point about
Obado.
Zendaya made sense.
Nah, but those are new. Those are relatively apart from Jordan. Luckily, maybe I'm talking shit because I don't. This guy said Flyboy Q ain't even a rapper, which is crazy. But you know, maybe I haven't been paying attention. But they're relatively new.
Nah, bro.
You know,
Flyboy Q's
relatively.
from
But what are you saying?
2013,
All those guys who were
14.
not unknown, but those guys all knew when they made that song.
But I'm saying, do you think you would ever see that happen again, where you see like Banty working with Flyboy Q, and then who then Dindler on the track is on the same song, and then you see
I think it's
Ozzy
happening.
F. Teddy.
It's happening much more.
When? Like,
Back then, it was
where,
literally
bruh?
it was one rap crew and Banty. That was all.
Now there's
Vizo
Okay,
View
alright.
and William the Last.
But they did
That's
have
recently.
several songs together in terms of like that crew and Banty and that crew and
No
other
disrespect, I didn't hear them.
people. Okay, alright, then it's
So,
chilling.
Yeah, no disrespect to them. I fuck with them. But I honestly, but it's happening a lot now. There's more collaborations than ever.
yeah.
And back then, I was literally in it. It was like, oh, Banty is working with these three guys in a rap crew.
But do you ever see a time where you'll be like, there's a remix where, like, let's say, you know, remember when DJ Khaled had these crazy remixes where you bring Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
Drake, Lil Wayne? Do you think we'll see that again in the near future? Even?
Definitely.
I know,
Bro.
cool.
It's happening
Aight,
all
for
the
sure.
time.
Bro.
All the time. What do you mean all the time, bro?
Did Vizo
Like-
not do a tape with Mandela?
Like 2 songs, bro, and it's like 2
How
artists.
many songs
bro.
do you want,
Like
Tabz?
we mentioned, Vizo is the
Four
one.
features on one track.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah,
But
like
even
do you
those are
think we'll
happening.
see that?
But Stretch did it.
Exactly. They're always moving right
Right.
there.
And that was
Nice.
one. Okay, alright.
They made a whole tape. No?
But
Alright, cool.
That's one track. It's just them as a collective.
But that's
Like
exactly
those
what
guys-
Faded Gang was.
Okay,
It
alright.
was like
Faded Gang was, they literally
rap
are,
group.
they weren't even individual, really.
it was a rap group. It was a
Exactly.
rap group.
Okay, now you have very fair points.
Emily's a rap group, nigga.
Bro.
Okay, you have very fair points.
It's just
But
like
Always Moving is a rap group.
they had one song though. I don't
Who,
think
Always
like
Moving?
yeah.
No.
Which other songs they had?
No Lies technically Always Moving, right?
One.
Bro, they have one, bro.
I agree.
Nah,
No,
bro.
that's a flex song.
What? That's not always moving though.
the principle is
there's-
still the same, bro.
No
No,
Lie,
but
then the
there's-
other
okay,
one.
okay,
which I
there's
forget
that
the name, it's on my
between
playlist. Hi,
Okay.
No,
okay.
there's the
Everything's
between
high
borders
grade,
thing.
high grade.
Even if it's
High
not under
grade.
the same Even if
It's
it's
just
not
high
under the same
grade,
title,
bro.
we're talking
High
about the
grade.
collaboration, right?
No lies,
Yeah.
technically in that spectrum.
People are collaborating
They
all
made
the
it in
time.
that time. It was
There's
part of a larger
Flex,
project, but it didn't really fall
Jordan,
through, which is it's just
Flyboy,
tough.
what's his name also? Luther. What's it called? Between Borders.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's a whole collaborative project.
Okay, the collaborations we've mentioned, don't you feel, for lack of better words, those are like camps? Like Shaba, Dintley, they're collaborating with Teddy
Even
West,
see now, even
whatever.
like the Golden Audio
Like-
is a rap group.
Like they, like now,
They collaborated with Wayne. They collaborated with everyone, every single person
bro.
in
But like
the
I'm saying,
atmosphere
like-
on one song, and you're like, eh.
There was one particular album with a lot of collaborations.
Kings.
No,
Oh,
it's I'm really sorry to say this, but October had like a lot of.
I was literally thinking about October, bro.
October
like,
had
you know-
so many.
October's beats. Like Shaba's Secrets on My Pillow.
No, this guy has October. The album, his album.
Play for real, dog.
Bro.
I don't play for real. I don't play for real.
Exactly. You see,
Hey.
that's what I'm saying.
in regards to even Play For Real, I wanted more artists on that. And
Yeah.
it was hard to get more artists
But getting
on that.
I think at the
Or
time I didn't
whatever
have
it
my
is.
phone up, but like, yeah.
I wanted to get like gang rappers on that. And it was even
And
hard to
then
do
there's
that.
those ciphers that Brendan used to do. Isn't that collaboration?
Okay, but back to the thing. I'm saying like earlier, like we had
No,
Always
I-
Moving, we
yeah.
had Jordan Muzi,
Then
Between
let's-
Borders, right?
we'll
if
talk
I'm not
Golden
mistaken.
Audio.
We had Golden
Golden
Audio.
Audio
We
on
have-
Kings. They
not
even had a
had,
song
we
with
have-
like, I think it was Cool Nerd, Shaba,
No,
and
people
like
are collaborating.
Sasa.
Yeah.
Like people
Oh,
are collaborating. That's not what I'm debating. But like before, when it was like say leaders collaborating,
water.
now it's like people are just in their camps with the examples we've mentioned. You get me? Like Vizos often works with Wonder, so it's like him doing
That's
Aditale.
I don't
It's
think.
like
I
it's
mean,
not a
like
surprise.
Sasa's
But
not
no.
in the Golden Audio camp, or she wasn't. Right?
I mean, yeah,
What's
like
his name?
one.
No,
like, it's just like- that's like
Vizo,
one-
everyone
Vizo
in Botswana
worked
works
with
with
his
each
name,
other,
Don
so it's
Saga.
like it's like we're gatekeeping
Don
everything
Saga,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the
They're
example?
not in the same
Vizo,
camp.
Don Saga. And you're saying he's
Like
working with
Vizo
the
works
same
with
camp.
everyone, guys.
Yeah, but
like, can you
no, but
please,
you were
like-
pointing
But they're
him
not in the
back
same
to
camp.
the same
That's
camp.
what you're saying.
Yeah, but like when like Vizos like works with
usual
Wonder,
hits, the
like it's a
usual
usual, it's a
The
usual
usual
thing.
hits is just the
Flex the
camp.
Ninja Vizo, like Flex the Ninjas works with so many people, but the usual Vizo. Shaba's works with so many people, but the usual didn't learn the track, like Golden Audio guys. So I'm saying like it's
Bro,
like camps.
it's like
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
he's also
Like,
worked with Ozzy.
I think
True.
the,
Like, this
the
is
problem
Vizo
is
though,
you're
like,
seeing Botswana
Vizo-
as
No,
like
like, Vizo works with everyone, bro.
Ozzy works with gang guys.
I don't know, man.
Ozzy
He
worked
kind of
with
beefs with everyone. I
Murder.
don't know.
Murder.
everyone works with everyone, but that's the
Yeah.
Botswana way. But now you're gonna be like, oh, but they're all one camp. So it's like, you're changing the rules again.
Okay, no, to be fair, what I'm saying is incredibly flawed. I can see like the flaws of what I'm saying because people are collaborating.
Yeah.
Like I have to erase that and take that
Pimz has
back.
the whole game in his contact list. The whole
I'm
game.
not gonna cap.
This guy could call Sampa like it's a regular day. Right now.
Nah,
For sure.
But yeah, you guys are working together even.
guys are spanning,
Bro. Like the game from
Okay, but you don't feel like people are in that camps. You don't feel like that.
What defines
What-
a camp?
What do you want them to
Like
do?
what I said, like imagine mini faded gangs and then they're mainly just working with each
Oh,
other.
you see, the second you join someone
Really
else,
faded gang.
now it's a camp. Now
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like if that guy is not in my camp, and then I make a song with him, it's like, yeah, no, he's in that
Like,
guy's
wait,
camp.
wait, you-
No, but he's not. He's not though.
Camp, do you
camps
think
are bad.
Wayne
Tony in
is
my
in the
camp.
Golden Audio camp?
Tony's in your camp.
By virtue of things
Yeah.
that you saw me do with him.
Like I worked with Visa.
Tabz.
Visa's not in my camp.
Tabz.
Are
I
you in
can't
my
say.
camp, Tabs?
We've never worked. So we're not in
You're
the
in my
camp.
camp right now. We're working together.
Kaboka Lemon, bruh.
You come in a perfect noise.
I mean, like,
What in the same little group?
Tabz,
Perfect
okay,
Gabs.
like
noise,
if
just
I
that.
release an album, the people you would expect, those are the camp niggas. Like Drake working with Party Next Door, it's not a surprise. Drake
what I'm
working
saying.
with the first time he worked with WizKid, that's a surprise. It's not a camp. You
I
get what
don't
I'm saying?
Okay, so basically you're saying if you work with someone
Regularly
more
and
than
No,
like
but it's working
So you're
under
saying,
the same
so you're saying if
label.
a sound gels together well, it doesn't count.
I'm just saying, do you think that camps like
No,
that where
no,
people
but,
are just like
but it's like that. It's like working in the same label or working with
but there are
It's
no
always
labels
new
though.
at
Yeah,
some
You
point.
know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
the song, the camps you're alluding to is like people find success in something like a collaboration, then they keep going back to it. Now you're like, oh, that doesn't count now.
Yeah.
As I was saying earlier,
Like I said,
as I
it's
was saying,
flawed.
I don't
Like,
It
know.
was
logic
new
flawed.
at some point.
I don't know
Like,
when we started
okay.
working with the
time
golden
where
audio
Flex the
guys.
Ninja didn't know Viso View. There was a time they didn't know each other.
Exactly.
And then now they know each other,
they're
and
like,
now they're in a
Unique
camp.
Magic, yeah.
Every
Let's
album.
I don't know, man.
and
Tabz,
there's
know,
camps
man.
everywhere.
Shout out Wayne, but I don't know how long you've been working with the golden audio guys. But like, it wasn't even that long. But I'm sure you consider him in that camp now.
Exactly.
For sure, I'd consider
Exactly.
Wayne
But he
in
wasn't.
that camp.
But he wasn't.
Is he not in his camp?
But he wasn't.
Now he is.
When he made the first song, he wasn't.
But he's
At
worked,
all.
how many songs has he had with those people
But
though?
exactly, because I was working.
But now he's in the camp. That's what I'm saying. Like he's in the camp. I'm
so
not.
so
I'm
you
not
want
gonna
something
be-
that's so fresh in the last week for it to count?
No, we can.
Okay,
Don't.
me and Tabz, we start working together right now.
Don't-
And
but-
I'm still working together. We start working together right now. We make like 5 songs. Like shit, this.
Are you guys a camp?
But
Is
Exactly.
this- is
Whoa,
it-
whoa,
You become a camp, my nigga. It's late for
Do you
you.
consider T Money and Wayne in the same camp?
No, I don't.
They have a
They
song
work
together.
We have what? Look,
And I
maybe,
go to
maybe.
And go to Perfect Noise.
I hate this
Let me
nigga. I
communicate
hate this
it.
nigga.
I'm probably not
Please delete all my
communicating it
footage
properly.
from today.
like,
I hate
like I'm not
Tabz,
saying
bro.
as if like someone can work with someone
Bro, are you
else's
just
camp.
playing
So you can-
devil's advocate or
You can't have one song and you
I'm
can't have
asking,
many.
like, do you guys? I'm assuming the answer is no by your response, but I'm not implying that if someone's in Viso's camp, he can't work with Wayne's camp or whatever. I'm not saying something like
I'm
that.
saying I know camps exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, camps exist.
Camps exist.
And it's almost like a label thing. It's like, okay, guys, we know we work together well. Why should we stop working together well? And then yeah, we will get features and collaborate with other guys. Now
Yeah.
it's my camp featuring your camp, or you coming into our camp and featuring 5 guys from the camp. You featured 5 guys, have you not?
No, true. I mean, yeah, I assume
You
the
even
answer
had it
is
down
like,
to the number, Jesus.
alright, for sure.
Yeah, bro. It's like camps work for now, especially work like labels. Because I would consider the Golden Audio a whole label. And there's also what other camps?
Emily.
Flex. I consider that like Flex, Wanda, Amo Beats, Viso as well. Now I think Zai is part of it. But there's a lot of guys that work there. And it's fine. Because these guys know there's collaborations within themselves. Fuck, dog. Dreamville.
For sure.
Yeah, let's just take it. It's literally almost the same thing.
Okay, we can have another
Like a
discussion.
record label.
That's
We
what
can-
I'm saying. These things almost operate like labels. These camps.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
Golden Audio, it even has a name.
For sure.
Okay,
No, cool. I mean, I'll ask you the questions.
No,
I mean, we're
and
running
we,
out of.
and we answered them.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely appreciate like the response. I guess to conclude, 267 hip hop, even though we went on like 5 different tangents, is
I feel
definitely.
like one topic is too short.
Yeah, we can have this again. I want to have this again.
How
Like,
many you want to have?
I want to have this again
like
next
we have
year,
like, We should
probably.
have like 6, 12.
Oh, you said
in
you meant too
one-
short in that regard.
Yeah, like it's we have 6, 12 in 1
Okay.
hour. Then you can break them down, move on to the
Feel you.
next, break
It's
it down.
loose. It's loose. We're learning.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
It's dope, for real.
We should
for real,
definitely have
for
this
real.
discussion again.
Many discussions.
One time.
Because Tabz is gonna give me a bad introduction. I'm gonna just say at the end, I'm Pimz.
Bruh.
Directed by Kizito, all caps, no space.
Hey, welcome to the end of the video. This is me making a conclusion, and congratulations on making it this far. Since you made it this far, you probably really enjoyed this episode, so you might as well leave a like if you haven't already. We'll be releasing these episodes consistently, so make sure to subscribe so that you can actually keep up with the episodes rather than always checking or like seeing someone's status or something. So in that regard, since you made it to the end of the video, please comment the word air conditioning, because it's incredibly random and people will be so confused as to why people are commenting air conditioning, but you know, and that's kind of like the reward you get because you're super cool for finishing the video, and people who aren't cool will never know why people are commenting air conditioning. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. I hope I'll see you on the next episode. If I don't, like, come on, bro, like, you watch the whole thing now, you might as well watch the next one.